Clark can't win for losing for some of y'all. If she plays well, some of you hate it. If she plays poorly, some of you love it. But Caitlin Clark got off last night in a losing effort. Let's talk about it.
Turn that volume up. You know you want it. It's time for Women's Basketball TV with former NCAA champion, WNBA champion, business mogul, and national TV personality, Fran Harris.
A'ja Wilson is a generational talent. We have no one like her in the WNBA.
Bringing you entertaining, on-point analysis.
Did LSU just win the national championship?
Tea and inside scoop on this sport you love.
NIL is going crazy. All I'm saying is if they're making $5 million as a student athlete, can't they pay for their own college? I mean, I'm just asking. It's just a question.
Let's get it.
All right, y'all. So Caitlin Clark's line was pretty impressive. I don't care what you haters have to say about that. Obviously, the season is early. Obviously, her team is 1-7 or whatever it is right now. But let's focus. Let's keep our eye on the ball for a second. Caitlin Clark had a great individual effort and performance last night. Became the fastest rookie in WNBA history to record 100 points and 50 assists. And yet some folks still are not happy about what's going on and what I'm calling in my new segment, Kate Gate. Yeah, come on now, Kate Gate. That's what I am coining, Kate Gate. Everything that's happening in the world of basketball as it relates to Caitlin Clark, who had a 30-piece. If you have not seen what Caitlin Clark did last night, she had a 30-piece. And, was, very Caitlin-like last night. Listen, for those of you who have not played in the WNBA, don't know this, but it's a long season. It may be a short season to some of y'all, but it's a long season. And there's plenty of time for the Indiana Fever to get it together. There's plenty of time for Caitlin Clark to be everything her fans want her to be and everything Caitlin wants to be. There's plenty of time for y'all to talk enough crap about Caitlin Clark even when she has a 30-piece. Even when she has a 30-piece, some folks still are not satisfied. But let's keep it a buck real quick. Caitlin Clark, despite her team losing again, had a very nice game. Let's talk about that line of Caitlin Clark last night. Lost to the Sparks, 88-82. Caitlin Clark had 30 points, dropped 30. Now, people want to go to, but she also had 7 turnovers. Let me talk to y'all for a second. Y'all, everybody else, turn off the radio, turn off the YouTube right now, and let's talk about the fact that at least 3 of those turnovers were because people still are not ready to catch her passes. Listen, I hate turnovers as much as the next fan, but I'm also going to keep it a buck and let you know that all of those turnovers were not Caitlin Clark's fault. Aaliyah Boston catch the basketball. Seriously. I'm just saying. Caitlin Clark was dishing dimes that were going through people's hands like Swiss cheese. Her passes were going through their hands like Swiss cheese. Come on. Yes, she earned some of those turnovers, but several of them she did not earn. Because it goes back to my other video. These players got to get used to each other. Y'all act like when y'all started dating, whoever you're dating now, or when you married your wife or husband or whatever, that you didn't have a gestation period, a period when you could get to know one another. I guarantee you, if you've been in a long-term relationship or friendship or even with your siblings, you've learned some things about them over the years that you did not know on day one. It's the same thing for these basketball players. So we're going to talk about Caitlin Clark's line, and we're going to give her some flowers, and we're going to keep it, we're going to give her some cough medicine. All right? Pull up Caitlin Clark real quick. 34 minutes, 7 of 16 from the field, 3 of 10 from three-point land, 5 rebounds, 6 assists, 5 personal fouls, 30 points.
It's your girl, Fran Harris, former WNBA champion with the Houston Comets. It is finally here. Yes, the first novel set in the world of the WNBA. And it's got all the good stuff. It's got love, romance, true crime, forgiveness, redemption, all the stuff you love to see in great novels. If you love Terry McMillan and Waiting to Exhale, if you love Eric Jerome Dickey and all his madness, then you will love Houston by Morning. It's a story of 4 characters, a baller, an agent, a television personality, and a coach. And the way their lives collide into one another is a beautiful mess. Pick up a copy now on Amazon Kindle or at HoustonByMorning.com. Peace!
Okay? That's a good line. That is a good line. That's a solid line. If I'm on that team, I'm thinking Caitlin Clark did her job tonight. Heck, I'm thinking when Caitlin Clark has 12 points and 10 assists and 7 rebounds, and I'm thinking that's a good line too. You're doing your job then too. Some of y'all can't be satisfied. That's a fact. Some of y'all will not be satisfied. You refuse to be satisfied. You refuse to put on a jersey where you are fair. Just be fair. You don't have to be a fan of Caitlin Clark's or Aaliyah Boston or whomever. Just be fair. Can we just be fair? All right, let me look at this other line. Aaliyah Boston, 23 minutes, 5 of 9 from the field, 2 of 2 from three-point land, 6 rebounds, 2 assists, 5 personal fouls, and 17 points. That is a great line. That's a great line. I think Aaliyah Boston should be taking at least 15 shots a game, though. Even when they win, you're going to hear me say that. Even when they win, now this was a losing effort. Even when they win, I'm going to say my post player should be taking at least 15 shots. Even though Aaliyah shot a great percentage with 5 of 9, she should definitely be taking more than 9 shots. Another thing while I'm talking about Aaliyah Boston, great young player right now in college. Not yet a great WNBA player yet, but one thing that she needs to develop is the same thing I've said about Angel Reese. I noticed that when Aaliyah received a dime from, sometimes it was Caitlin, this time in particular it was Caitlin, and she was literally inside the free throw line. She doesn't have a jump shot, okay? So meaning a catch and shoot shot. Most post players don't. Asia Wilson didn't have a face-up jump shot when she first got into the league. Y'all can do your own research on that. Most post players who play with their back to the basket aren't used to squaring up, facing up, and taking a true jump shot. And so that's what's next for Aaliyah Boston. She needs to get on that like this week. Just get used to receiving the ball in the high post, boom, catch it, turn, get your feet set, shoot a jump shot. Because the reason she missed that shot last night was because it was just an awkward shot for her. She has more of a set shot where she cannot catch it in the groove of receiving a pass and just one continuous move. There's this herky-jerkiness to that. And that's the case with a lot of post players. You know which post player it's not a case with? Cam Brink. Cam Brink can shoot. Cam Brink has been preparing for the day that she plays in the WNBA when she knew that as whatever her height is, she knew that she was not going to be that effective and dominant playing with her back to the basket. So Cam Brink knows a thing about facing up and shooting 2s and 3s. Aaliyah Boston, that's the next step for her. So let's talk about Cam Brink. You know what? Let me get back on Indiana just for another second and talk about somebody else. Mitchell's line. 5 of 15, 3 of 7 from three-point land, 15 points, no rebounds. Nope. Kelsey Mitchell got to get more rebounds than 0. No rebounds. Got to get more than that. Get in there, Kelsey. Who I liked last night, who didn't shoot very well, but I like her a lot, Christy Wallace. 2 of 9, 28 minutes, 1 of 6 from three-point line, 3 rebounds, 3 assists, 3 personal fouls, 5 points. I think she needs to get up in the 10 to 12 point average. I think that's where Indiana becomes dangerous, not with one player averaging 30, the next one coming in at 20, the next one coming in at 15. We expect Boston, Mitchell, and Clark to do well. But where Indiana is going to start to shrink the distance between them and other teams is going to be with these other folks. What's her name? Benny, 32 minutes, only shot 5 times, 7 rebounds, 0 assists, 6 personal fouls, 6 points. She's got to do better. I think this starting 5 should all be in double figures. That's how I'm grading the Indiana Fever. That may not be my formula for other teams, but for this particular team, these 5 should be in double figures. Hands down. I'm not accepting, if I'm the coach, I'm not accepting anything else from these 5. Double figures. Put the pressure, apply pressure. Clark's going to get more looks if these other 2 or 3 people are actually scoring the ball. And that's all I got to say about that. All right, real quickly, the Los Angeles Sparks eked it out by 6. Fever had many opportunities to win this game last night, but credit Ari McDonald, who missed, quite a bit of shots. Quite a bit. But didn't stop shooting. Did not stop shooting. 6 of 9, 30 minutes, 3 of 5 from three-point land, 2 rebounds, 4 assists, 2 personal fouls, and 21 points. That's a great line. Nurse was hot. When I started watching this game, I was kind of watching it. I wasn't watching. Nurse was hot. Started the game, 28 minutes, 6 of 12, 5 of 6, 2 rebounds, 1 assist, 5 personal fouls, 22. Cam Brink, 1 of 5 from the field goal, 1 of 3 from 3. Only 3 points last night. Cam Brink, what we're going to see with the rookies, we're going to see this. We're going to see inconsistencies in their scoring. They're new. They're brand new. Welcome to the W. Different looks every night. Extremely competitive defenders on them every night. They're going to, until probably mid-break, the break time, before the Olympics, right after the Olympics, our rookies are going to offensively, I think, be all over the place. Defensively, obviously, you can control that a little bit more. Rebounding, as Angel Reese is showing, that's completely in your hands. The way you play defense, the way you run the floor, the way you rebound is completely in your hands. Sometimes your offense is going to be off until you, first of all, develop a consistent offensive game. That's Angel Reese's issue right now. She doesn't have a true offensive game. Even when she scores double figures, Angel's just scrapping and hustling and grinding, and there is value in that. But when she puts together an offensive game, which you'll probably have to do in the offseason because you don't have a lot of time during the season, Angel is going to be all WNBA by year 2 if she puts that together. She may be all WNBA this season, but she's definitely looking at all WNBA in her second season if she puts together a solid offensive game. So that's all I got in Kate Gate today. Kate Gate got off with your 30-piece. Congratulations to the Indiana Fever getting closer to another dub, and Los Angeles Sparks and that rebuild got some pieces this year with Nurse, Brink. They're looking good. So that's Kate Gate for today. What did y'all think of her record-breaking performance? I'll see you in the next one.
Thanks for tuning in to Women's Basketball TV with Fran Harris, the most provocative and entertaining women's basketball show on earth. Be sure to click that like, share, and notification button so you don't miss a moment. We'll see you tomorrow.